Hello and welcome back. I'm Erbia.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Maeve, and we have SvenSulley joining us today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, thanks for having me back on the podcast for You Like It, We Don't. It's been a while, but yes, my name is SvenSulley on YouTube. That's SvenSulley. I do the same thing as these guys, roast the Star Wars movies, and do plenty of movie reviews. So it's great to have me back on this podcast with you guys. Cannot wait for this new episode.
Yeah. So for this episode,
we're gonna.
or you want to introduce it, Maeve?
No. Go for it.
Okay, so in this episode, we'll be talking about the most outlandish theories from episode 9. We'll try to split this into a two-parter. So in this video, we'll be talking about theories 8 through 5. And let us begin with the 8th most outlandish theory. Handing it over to... Who's doing number 8 again?
It's Margin.
Okay, Majin, go ahead.
Alright. Theory number 8. One of the biggest talking points coming out of The Last Jedi is Snoke will possess Hux. This should be interesting. Right, it starts. One of the biggest talking points coming out of The Last Jedi was the fate of Supreme Leader Snoke. Did he actually find a way to survive his death at the hands of Kylo Ren? The internet has been trying to answer that question for a few months, with one of the most popular trains of thought being that the Snoke we saw in the film wasn't his true form. And then there are theories like this, which take the whole idea to a ridiculous level. According to Reddit user Skywalking on these haters, great name, and I'm not just quoting the article
really
there, that is a
name.
legitimately great name. Snoke, shortly after his death, somehow reached out to General Hux and told him that his obsidian ring would be able to transfer his consciousness into another host. In episode 9, Hux will take the ring to a, quote, sacred place and perform a ritual to shift Snoke's spirit into his own pale, weak ginger body. From there, Snux will be able to hunt down Kylo Ren and have his revenge on the conflicted dark side apprentice. Wow.
Yeah.
I legitimately want to see this happen just to see how it pans out.
Oh my God, Snux! That's brilliant.
Snux. We'll have Supreme Leader Snoke only shouty.
Yes.
And a weak, pale ginger body.
Yes. Well, I don't know what to think of this. This is insane. I mean, this would be pretty entertaining to see in a fan film, maybe.
Well, okay, it's not that outlandish, I say, speaking of an outlandish theory, but there's sort of a precedent in the Star Wars extended universe that Sith Lords can do that, but most of that's now been declared non-canon, so I don't know how seriously we want to take that.
If this is number 8, just imagine how more outlandish the theories are going to get. It's going to be crazy.
This will be crazy.
Yeah, man, Sven, what do you think of this?
I think it's ridiculous. It sounds like something out of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix when Voldemort possesses Harry Potter near the end of the movie. I get it. First of all, if they're ever going to do this, you blame it on Rian Johnson for killing off Snoke in the first place. What the heck are you doing? He's your main antagonist, and you kill him off. So you look at J.J. Abrams, he's probably thinking to himself, well, the only way I can bring back this guy is by having him possess Hux. But still, that would be the cringiest thing you could possibly do. Who would take that seriously? Nobody's going to take that seriously. That's just stupid. So that's pretty much what I think about it. I don't think there's any reason for them to ever do something that stupid. It would pretty much become a comedy at that point.
It would. I think probably everybody would burst out in theaters.
Yeah, you'll hear everyone face palm at the same time in the movie. Really?
Yeah, people outside the cinema just here.
I mean, there are some stupid resurrection stories, but this one, The only way I could think it could be worse if he possessed Rose and somehow brought himself back like that.
Oh my god, that would be brutal.
Oh no. So it would be Snows.
Yes. Or Roke.
Snooze.
Yes, snooze. It'd become a doozy of a movie. You wouldn't want to watch it after that.
Hey, I don't know. I'm actually taking that back. I think the more outlandish they make the movie, the better. I mean, we've all seen those movies, like the Chucky series. That was, horror movies and their origin, but they've just become more and more ridiculous over time to the point where they become a self-aware horror comedy.
Maybe.
I don't really would like.
It would be definitely
Star Wars
funnier
to go
than
down
The
that
Last
road,
Jedi.
but it would get some views.
Yeah.
It would. I mean, for all the wrong reasons, though.
For the wrong reasons, but popularity won't be the problem anymore.
Yeah,
It'll be
but
popular in the same way The Room is.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad that
Absolutely.
it's good.
Yes.
All right, then, guys, should we go move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, I will do the next one. The next theory is that Rey is Luke. So it starts by saying, fans unsatisfied with Rey's parentage reveal in The Last Jedi have been working overtime to come up with other explanations for her true identity and lineage. Some people think she is a Kenobi. Others reckon she's a Solo. And then there are those who believe she is literally Luke Skywalker. The idea stems from a scene in The Force Awakens where Rey descends into Maz's castle and touches Luke's lightsaber. Tee-hee. That's what it says in the article.
It actually says that in the article.
I'm not that immature. I didn't even think of that until I saw the tee-hee. But it continues. At this point, Reddit user Don't Forget Your Shoes thinks that Luke's power and essence entered Rey, basically making them one and the same, a reveal that will come in Episode 9. This would apparently explain Rey's godly force powers, which seem to appear out of nowhere, as well as explaining why Luke was switched off from the Force in The Last Jedi. His power was inside Rey. Yeah, so... there's no precedent for this, I think. How would this even work? He disappears and then transfers his force powers into Rey. I don't know. How does this work? Can you guys think of a reason?
I mean...
I'm still caught on the whole innuendo where she touched his saber and then his power went into her. It's going to take me a while to process that.
That's definitely odd for sure.
This is...
But
pretty
what
off-putting.
point would
this
that
is a
even
very
achieve?
strange...
Look, I would dearly like whatever this person was smoking when they thought of this theory, but I have one criticism. What would that really achieve? Because theoretically, if this means that Luke is inside Rey... Oh god, here I go again.
Do you want to know why? It means that they don't need to write Mark Hamill a paycheck anymore.
But
that's why.
But that's just
that's what it means.
This is a weak way to bring back Luke without bringing back Luke. You can't say Rey's acting like Luke, so she is Luke now. We're all just gonna go, no, that's just Rey.
It would explain the
I don't
force
know.
powers. That's the only logic I can see to this theory. But I don't think they're gonna explain that in Episode 9. It's just gonna be assumed she's powerful because she's powerful. That's it. There's gonna be no explanation for it.
The new trilogy writing right there for you.
Yeah.
Oh, don't give them any ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need them getting any more ideas like this. I don't know, Sven. What do you think of this?
It's just another very outlandish, as I like to put it, idea. Probably not in a million years will this happen, but I can kind of understand that. You guys made a good point of how this is why Rey has force powers, but still, it's pretty similar to the last theory where why kill off a character and just have them be somebody else to bring them back. Like, it just doesn't make too much sense. It's pretty much just trying to rewrite the mistakes made in The Last Jedi, because it's a completely different director, Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams. So that's the only reason why I feel like these fans are making up these theories, are so they can make up those mistakes that were written inside The Last Jedi, at least for a lot of fans who were disapproving of those choices made by that director, like killing off both Snoke and Luke. So the only reason this would make sense is for them to bring back Luke in some way, shape, or form and have him become somebody like Rey. And plus, I know a lot of people think that these two are related as it is, which is another pretty big theory, but was never even answered in The Last Jedi. So this could just go completely unexplained, and just like the entire trilogy, there's no answers whatsoever for half of the questions brought up, which is already annoying enough. So if this were to happen, I can guarantee you this would happen. They wouldn't tell you anything. They would never explain one simple thing. This would just happen, and they would expect you to just go with it and be fine. But please don't ever do this. This is a horrible idea. Again, terrible. Terrible.
There was that theory floating around once upon a time that Rey might be the Emperor's daughter. I maintain
Oh, God.
that would still be the best lineage story that you can give her. As the second one being that she's Kenobi's kid. Why bring another Solo and a Skywalker into this? It's so much cooler if she just turns out to be the Emperor's.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, short of picturing him actually doing
it would have been so cool if she was a Kenobi, though.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
All she has to do is say the words "hello there," and everybody will fall in love with her again.
There are rumors floating around that Ewan McGregor is going to be in Episode 9 as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Like, as a Force ghost?
Huh. We don't know.
Or like flashback or something? I don't know, yeah.
I mean, it's just a rumor. We don't
What's
know.
he going to make lightning strike?
Like, that would be very strange. I mean, maybe he goes to Rey. Maybe Rey is a Kenobi. Maybe that's what JJ's trying to do.
That could be the case.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's trying to fix it, but
How?
boy, has he got a monumental task. I don't... he's not a miracle worker.
Oof. Yeah, it'll take a huge miracle in order to fix all the mistakes made from this last 3 years of movies.
I mean, I think it would require a miracle and more money than Disney has.
Which is pretty much all the money in the world, too.
Yes.
Like, you can't have more money than Disney. It's technically impossible.
Yeah, unless you're like a sultan of a country.
Unless you own Disney, then you have as much as Disney.
I wonder if the guy that owns Disney actually has to put a second monitor next to his laptop to see all the zeros in his bank account.
Oh, that's impressive.
Oh, he loves watching that monitor every single time a Marvel movie comes out, and he hates watching it when a Star Wars movie comes out.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the next theory then?
Yes. All right.
Oh, yes. All right, so I am doing this one. And this one is the end of episode 9 was in episode 8. So, buried in a Star Wars Theories post attempting to prove that Snoke is really Luke, user Fozzie_snacks included a paragraph that offered a weird explanation as to why Leia might not be in episode 9. The Mary Poppins scene in The Last Jedi is actually meant to come at the end of the trilogy. And he says, in quote, as to why I believe it was said by producers that Leia won't be in episode 9, I think this can be easily explained by my theory that we have already been shown one of the last scenes of the saga, this being the scene where Leia force pulls herself into the ship. I think the scenes are purposely shot out of order to confuse us. It makes sense that this was the last scene because it was after the rebels took out one of the huge enemy ships, the Dreadnought. What a fitting ending that could be to a saga, I guess, ? Not that we need to, but let's rip it to shreds. That's what
I don't think I
All
really
right,
understand.
wish granted.
It actually says that. That's amazing.
Hey, that actually boosts the theory I had about The Last Jedi, that the editing crew fucked up and stitched the scenes together in the wrong order.
I don't understand this theory though. Like, what is it trying to say? Like that the force pull scene is like one of the last scenes, but why? Like, I don't know.
It still doesn't give Carrie Fisher a dignified death.
No, it doesn't. It's
Ironically, just having her sucked out into space and leaving her there would have been okay. Not the death that she deserves, but at least I don't know a spectacular one.
The way that it was kind of shot would have been more poetic if she actually died there, because, like, to her, she thought that her son fired those, rockets. So, like, that would have been better if she just died there. That would have been a nice send-off. But no.
That would have been an emotional scene, and we can't have emotions in the new Star Wars.
Yeah. We can't have good movies either, apparently.
Nope. Not at all.
So,
They're not trying.
Like, I don't know. This is... I don't even know why this theory exists. It kind of just feels like it's a really badly made
I
band.
really don't understand it, to be honest. Like, I'm rereading it right now, and I don't understand it.
Same here. Like, I was super confused when I picked this one. I was like, why did I pick this one? It doesn't make any sense at all. But it's like, it's interesting, but it doesn't make any sense because there's a ton of events that happen after that scene. So, like, why would this be a theory if there's a whole movie after that scene with Carrie Fisher as Leia in it? Unless, like, the whole thing is just completely fake. I don't get it. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
And if this movie was, designed like this to be sort of confusing, it fails in that as well. The movie Memento. Now, that was a movie that was designed to be confusing and shot well. Because technically you watch the movie backwards.
Yeah.
And if you watch it forwards, it makes perfect sense. If this was the case, this theory still doesn't hold water. The movie would still be shit, just backwards.
Yes, like, it kind of feels like this guy's trying to say that episode 8 was episode 9.
So we could still save episode 8.
So then what's episode 9? What does he think episode 9 is going to be then? Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, when is that going to happen? Because Force Awakens and The Last Jedi happen straight after each other.
It's going to happen in the Old Republic. Another scene that they shot in the wrong order.
This is such a strange theory.
Listen, anything's possible these days with Star Wars. Like, Jabba the Hutt could come back to life, I guess, at this point. They don't even care.
That is
throw
true.
whoever they want.
Like, at this point, I'm pretty sure that the room full of monkeys typing away at the computer for Disney.
Well, like, maybe, like, the Sith Lord, the big reveal in episode 9 will be that the main Sith Lord of this whole, like, universe is actually that kid that we thought Anakin kills in episode 3, the one that's like, Master Skywalker, what are we gonna do? There's too many of them.
That would be epic as hell. Like,
that would be crazy. Like, nobody would ever think it would be like what the fuck?
That'd be so savage for them to throw that in there.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit. They went like serious into this, like, oh god.
I mean, at least it would show some form of, them trying at least.
Well, it would show that they actually watched the older movies. Because at this point, I'm not 100... Johnson definitely hasn't. I don't think he's ever watched any of the old movies.
Like, he read the Cliff Notes. He read the Cliff Notes.
He watched 4 YouTube clips and read one Star Wars forum and went, right, I'm ready to direct a new movie.
No. The interview between Kathleen Kennedy and him was, do you know what Star Wars is? Yes. You're hired. There you go.
I just think it's so funny because ever since I've come down here for vacation on the shoreline in America, I just think it's hilarious how every single person I've talked to just all they do is complain about Rian Johnson and said how they screwed up the whole entire movie. Like, I was fine with The Last Jedi. Like, I didn't really mind it, but I know you guys were very much upset with how the movie went, and pretty much everyone else on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
We have some strong opinions, shall we say.
I mean, look, Sven, we did like 7 hours worth of podcast explaining how bad The Last Jedi is, so we've said our parts.
Oh, yes. But and you said you liked Solo like a little bit more, at least, right? Like, it wasn't...
Yeah,
it was pretty bad, but like...
I mean, okay. I thought, like, okay, yeah, margin...
But I technically have to rate that movie lower than The Last Jedi. Because at least The Last Jedi I could see.
I'm telling you, it was just the cinema, man.
I checked online, the movie was just that dark. Even Khaleesi couldn't save that movie for me. Yeah, how much does that say about how bad the movie is? You take one of the hottest women in the world and she can't save the movie.
I mean, look, it is crazy. It is crazy that they tried to throw stuff at this movie. They tried. They tried. You could see they tried to, like, pansexual, Lando,
Falcon, Space Kraken. Fuck it, I give up.
Space Kraken.
Darth Maul.
Wait, who put Space Kraken in? Like, at the end, after they threw Space Kraken in already, they're like, oh shit, okay, we really need a big one. Okay, Khaleesi.
I'm running out of ideas now, so let's just end the movie now. It's like, all right, just end it, and like that's good. People will see it, and then like nobody saw it, so like, oh crap, we screwed up. Well, I guess we'll just have to cancel like all the other like simple movies, like the Kenobi movie. We'll just push them back like 20 years, and maybe people will love the new Star Wars Episode 9. Like J.J. Abrams made a ton of money for us, so let's just completely restart anew. In 2019.
I still want to be inside the mind of the guy that went to Kathleen Kennedy and went, okay, the Solo movie that nobody wanted to see flopped, so clearly we have to cancel the Kenobi movie that everybody wanted to see.
Yeah. But I mean, look, that was still that's just a rumor. We don't know. Like the PR team at Disney are keeping everything shut down.
Do you think they've let Kathleen out of the dungeon they're keeping her in yet? She's been so quiet.
No, she's stuck somewhere because like she has not said anything for a usually long period of time.
Should we move on? We got on a large tangent. Like
yes, all right. Okay, and the next article is Snoke will possess Rey and Kylo's baby. And no, this is not a, TV drama.
Oh my god.
Or a parody version.
Or a parody version. So yeah, it goes on. Over the last few months, there have been rumors and supposed plot leaks that point to Rey having a child in Episode 9. And despite no official confirmation on this matter whatsoever, many fans ran with the idea of Rey and Kylo having a baby. Over on Reddit, user Mapaphius has done just that, speculating that Snoke always wanted two powerful Force users, one of light, one of dark, to awaken so that he could get them to make a Force baby. The theory states that in Episode 9, Rey will inexplicably get pregnant. Neither she nor Kylo will know that the baby is theirs, and the child could be revealed to be a reincarnation of Anakin. All right then.
Wait, how can Rey not know the baby is hers? Where does the baby go?
I mean, obviously it's hers if she's pregnant, like.
Yeah, I mean, that's an odd thing to say. Look, I'm not an expert on, human biology, but I'm fairly certain where the baby grows.
I'm pretty certain that in the Star Wars universe, they don't make babies that way. Touching hands once over like a huge distance. I don't,
Oh, that means Snoke watched.
And can they really develop this in one movie? This sounds like it would take multiple movies to develop this plot point, if they were to do it. Like, what? The baby's gonna be born and it's like, I am Anakin Skywalker, controlled by Snoke. It's like, what?
Oh, but imagine a small baby wielding a lightsaber. You know, like a red lightsaber and talking in Snoke's voice.
Like he has
Stewie
a
will
robe
finally
on.
fulfill his dream of being an evil lord.
I was gonna say Stewie from Family Guy basically would become the character at that point.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, we need Seth MacFarlane for that.
Is Family Guy gonna do a remake of the new episodes like they did the previous ones? Like, that'd be pretty cool.
No, because how can you make fun of a movie that's been made fun of to death?
Yeah, honestly, how can you?
Yeah.
Like they did more than enough to shoot themselves in the foot. Like, nobody needed to point out the flaws.
I mean, the original Star Wars movies had cultural influence. The reason there were so many jokes is because everyone understood it. You make a Star Wars joke, you make a I am your father, or I've got a bad feeling about this. Everybody knew immediately what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Now, if you say green milk, only the people who hated that movie will understand what you're talking about, and the rest of the people will just look at you like you're a weirdo.
Or
in my case,
I'm Mary Poppins, bitch. Like, I guess that's
Or yeah, you can also do I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
So I don't know, Sven, what do you think of this?
Well, I was going to say, gentlemen, that the only way this theory would work, and to make it a compelling one, is if you were to go about 20 plus years into the future, because nobody's going to take a talking baby seriously that's evil. Like, that's really stupid. That is so stupid. Yeah. So, at that point, you would have to make Rey and Kylo and everyone else look older, so you'll have to get the prosthetics team on board and do all the makeup and stuff like that to make them look a lot older, which is enough work it is because, yeah, they have an unlimited budget, but they haven't been using their money, they haven't been spending their money wisely as it is already, so, like, I can't really trust them to make the best looking makeup on these people. Like, they probably just give up at that point, since it's already such a terrible storyline. They wouldn't look good. They wouldn't look, like, they just wouldn't look old. It wouldn't look realistic. So that'd be really funny. So this is another pretty dumb theory that's not going to happen. But, hey, I give the fans some credit for at least thinking of something outside the box. Props to them. I'll give them a clap.
Yes.
Well, we can definitely applaud the fact that they put more thought into their theories than Disney put into their own theories.
The unanswered theories.
Imagine if Disney takes all of these theories and then just makes one giant mess of a movie.
It's like, what? Like, what am I watching?
Like, just one giant mess of a movie. Like a train wreck. Like, worse than The Last Jedi.
Yeah, like, is everyone involved on an acid trip or something? Like, what's going on?
Like these plot points are connected. What's going on?
Well, yeah, like maybe they'll try to make a really artsy film and make it an indie movie instead, so it won't be in big theaters. It'll just be in those really small theaters, like all the movie critics go. And they're like trying to have this really underlying message, and the critics are like, I'll give this movie a 90% because it's very artsy and it has all these underlying themes beneath.
Film it in black and white.
I mean, and remember, Disney will probably pay off those reviewers, so it'll be like, I'll give this movie 120%.
And, like, the money has like Kathleen Kennedy's face written on it, like just drawn on there. It's her money.
Can it please be that picture of her where she's looking off into the distance and looks completely bewildered?
It's like, how did I ever end up here?
How did this happen?
Okay, something went wrong. I'm not sure where.
So yeah, this is just insane. Like I don't know, guys. To me, so far, this one is the best one, just because of how unbelievably insane it sounds.
Yeah, Force baby.
It's
like
so
it
funny.
literally uses
like
that
a
word.
Force baby. Yeah, like a force baby. Like I don't know. Like Just hearing this theory is just like the funniest thing I've read in a very long
I don't understand why the fans are so keen to get Rey and Kylo together. Like, that's okay. She saw him without his shirt on. I'm pretty sure it takes more than that, doesn't it?
I mean, look, the way that they edited the film made it seem like it wasn't like that. Because as soon as, like, straight after she saw him without his shirt off, after that scene, they did the touching hand things.
Oh my god, yeah.
So it's like, come on!
I mean, that's all you need, right? She could be very fertile.
Mm-hmm. You never know with Star Wars these days.
Right.
It's 2018 after all.
I mean, like, look, let's be honest here. Kylo Ren would not be able to have children after those fucking high-waisted pants.
Like, without the help of the Force.
Stunning twist ending. His voice is actually much deeper than it actually is. Like, the mask voice is his real voice. It was only after he pulled his pants up all the way that it changed completely, and now has to endure the mockery for the rest of his life.
But alright, okay guys, so yeah, any last words? Because that does bring us to the end of part 1.
Hux is not going to be a good Snoke.
Yeah, the theories are just going to get even more
a bit
ridiculous.
there, but
Yeah, like, I was just going to say that maybe they'll decide to do a collaboration, like mix Star Wars together with Jurassic World in Episode 9, just have that be like a dinosaur movie with lightsabers. Like, how cool would that be?
Oh my god, that would be epic.
Dinosaurs with lightsabers. I'd pay to see that.
I would like to see dinosaurs with lightsabers for teeth.
I want to see that scene again, where there's a T-Rex and there's a raptor riding the T-Rex, all of them with lightsabers for teeth.
Yeah, Snoke takes control of a raptor, like his mind's in there.
And forces it to have a baby with, what's that long-necked dinosaur? That makes it a long force baby.
The Brontosaurus, I think, right?
Yeah, it's a big force baby with spikes. Go,
man. You know what? I fully agree with Sven on this one, guys. That should totally be Episode 9.
Yeah. Star Wars Episode 9, The Lost World.
Yeah, The Lost Galaxy.
That was the one where Att isn't doing so well.
Like, how did these dinosaurs end up here? We don't know. We don't care.
It's like someone's trying to invade our ship. Who are these new enemies? And the doors open, just raptors coming in.
I want to see a raptor with a Darth Vader helmet on, just to see how that would pan
So it'd be
out.
Darth Raptor.
Darth Raptor, yeah.
It's like Finn and Rose are in a room together, and she's like, "Finn, save me!" He's like, "Get her! Just kill her already. She sucks."
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you could do a lot of interesting stuff with that.
Yeah.
Darth Rex.
Darth
Rex.
Now Darth Rex just sounds like a Sith Lord's dog.
Yeah, the Empire tries to employ dinosaurs into their army, like it was.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, all I want to say is just motherfucking Force baby. Like, but okay. We hope that you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time for part 2.